talk about something I don't want to talk about because I can't believe it's happening. Because greed has happened once again in college sports. Because March Madness is now going to be up to 78 teams. And the only question I have is when is it going to be 90? When is it going to be 120? Let's let all Division One schools in the tournament.
Yeah, because, you know, you don't have to earn your way into March Madness anymore. Let's make the regular season even less relevant. Why? I mean, I
So
get
that
it.
these random ass schools can get the money for saying that they made the play in tournament, which my understanding is, and this is one thing I do like about it, we're still going to get down to 64 by Thursday at noon.
Yeah. Um,
Because that
but
was my worry. If we started Thursday with like 72, I would have been outraged.
oh, I know. Because you would have had like a 1 against an 18 seed or a 17 seed.
And now, and I could be wrong on this, but I thought I read that like all your typical 12 matchups are now going to be playing tournament games.
I think all the 12s, a lot of the 12 seeds are going to be decided by the play in.
Yep.
Um, that's typically how they do it with the 11 seeds. So, and then,
And listen, college football is going to do the same thing. It's going to expand to 24 teams pretty soon. And I get it. More games is more TV revenue, it's more money. It doesn't mean we get a better product.
no, it usually waters down the product, honestly.
Actually, if you look at March Madness the last 2 years, and we talked about this, and maybe not with you, because I think you were on vacation in Germany when the tournament was going down this year. But this historically, I think, was like the most games in the first round. We had 20-point blowouts, even though we had some good moments.
Yeah, like the tournament this year didn't feel like it had that one signature moment until we got that Duke UConn game.
Well, I would say Iowa defeat Florida was pretty significant.
Okay, sure, but I'm talking
High
about
Point defeating Wisconsin was a big upset.
yeah, but I'm talking about like that one moment you're going to talk about from this tournament. I would say like typically we get that, in the early rounds. We've gotten that in the past.
Well, you do because it's a Cinderella story. We don't really get Cinderella stories anymore, but what it's done is it's made the Sweet 16 and the Elite 8 matchups, I would argue, better.
You mean by expanding?
No, by NIL taking out the Cinderella, we've had the top be better later in the tournament.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Granted, you don't get stories like what happened with St. Peter's where they went on their crazy run a few
But
years ago.
honestly, who cares besides St. Peter's people? Do we really care about St. Peter's? No, we don't. I care about Michigan. I care about UConn. I care about North Carolina. I care about Duke. I care about Kansas. I care about Blue Bloods
And Kentucky,
and Kentucky
Michigan
and
State.
Villanova in their heyday, Michigan, etc. That's
Yeah.
my point. And so now my fear is these Tuesday, Wednesday games on paper, they're probably going to be good games, but these teams are not going to win the tournament.
No. I mean, they could create interesting matchups in the first round for like the 12-5 games, but that's about it.
I will say I am happy they did it for both the men and the women because it would have been awkward if they did it for one and not the other.
True.
But so what is it? It's 10 teams, so we've added what total of 5 games.
Yeah. And like you said, thank God they didn't do it. It's still going to be 64. Like, I was worried they were going to do a 1 seed against a 17 seed or an 18 seed.
Well, that's my question: is how long is this expansion going to last? How long until we get to 86 or 90 or 120?
I'm I'm honestly surprised that we've only seen this type of expansion in college sports. We haven't seen this type of expansion with the NBA playoffs or the Stanley Cup playoffs or NFL playoffs,
I
MLB playoffs.
I would argue. Well, I would argue a little bit on that because the MLB playoffs have significantly expanded over the last couple of years. You
Yeah, but
used,
that was more in response to COVID and having to
but
change.
but they've kept it, and the NBA has now extended it with the play-in tournament.
Yeah, but the
So
play-in
yes, we have seen expansion. And listen, in the NBA now, if you want to be technical, 10, each conference has 15 spots. Technically, 10 teams make the playoffs from each conference.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But the play-in tournament doesn't really count.
Well, it I mean it counts towards the lottery now, so the NBA is counting it.
Yeah, but the play-in teams were still in the lottery.
Not if you win the playing tournament.
True. But like Charlotte was still in the play-in tournament, Miami was still in it.
Yeah, and again, what's the point? You want to lose. You don't want to win those playing tournament. The only team that had a significant run of the playing tournament was Miami. Which the more and more you look at it, more it looks like the luckiest playoff run in the history of the NBA.
Honestly, that 2023 playoff run, 2023 playoffs as a whole feels more and more like it was just fluky all around.